Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
Always a pleasure to be back.
So today we're going to try to see things from, well, a different perspective.
Right, a perspective we don't often get to hear directly from.
Exactly. So we're going to be, we're diving into the Palestinian view of things,
Yeah.
their whole struggle for freedom, for their own state.
A struggle that's been going on, well, for generations now.
Yeah, and it's complicated, right? A lot of history, a lot of strong feelings on all sides.
Definitely. And that's exactly why it's so important to try to understand where each side is coming from.
Right.
For sure. And they lay out their argument pretty clearly. They focus on three main things, really. The resilience of the Palestinian people, all the setbacks they see Israel facing.
And how the whole world is starting to stand with them, international solidarity and all that.
Exactly. Those are the big three. And, they weave all these themes together to create this really powerful narrative.
Yeah, it's pretty striking. Like right off the bat, they talk about every Palestinian home being a, quote, fortress of resistance, end quote.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
some strong imagery right there.
Yeah, and it goes beyond just the physical buildings, right? It's like they're saying every family, every individual is part of this struggle.
Right, like their very existence is an act of defiance.
So what we're seeing here, it's more than just a political argument. It's a story, a narrative, a story of
hope, of defiance in the face of overwhelming odds, and ultimately a victory.
Right. A story that's meant to inspire, to mobilize, to convince people that their struggle is just and that it will ultimately succeed.
Exactly. And I think that's the biggest takeaway for us here. This source, it gives us this incredibly powerful glimpse into how Palestinians see the world, see their place in it.
It reminds us that there are always multiple sides to every story. And that if we want to truly understand complex situations like this, we can't just listen to one narrative.
Right. We have to consider all the perspectives, even those that might challenge our own views.
Because ultimately, it's only through understanding that we can even begin to find common ground.
It makes you think, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
How do these different stories, these competing narratives, shape the conflict itself? And how can we move beyond those narratives to find real solutions?
Big questions.
Yeah, but important ones.
Yeah.
And ones that are worth wrestling with.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We hope this gave you some food for thought.
Oh, a pleasure.
And we'll see you next time.
See you then.